Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the excretory system of the Amphioxus. Before this, we learned regarding the Amphioxus, habit, habitat, characters of phylum, chordata, digesystem of Amphioxus. Some student told me that digesystem we need to explain again once again. So there is no problem, we will explain once again. Many students told me so for today we are going to see the excretory system of Amphioxus. Actually, this Amphioxus animal who is belong to phylum chordata, it is just not more critical, but just we have to concentrate more on this Amphioxus, then and then only your basic things will be clear. In the excretory organs of Amphioxus, there is Protonephridia. Just remember Protonephridia. And this by the Protonephridia, whatever ammonia waste matter is there, it will be pass away from the body to outside the body. And whatever excretory material or whatever waste material, what are that material? Ammonia, uric acid, urine, whatever this excretion done by Protonephridia in the Amphioxus. Firstly, clear these things. By the Protonephridia and some other 2 or 3 organs are there. By these organs, whatever ammonium or ammonia, uric acid, whatever waste matter is there, that material, waste material will be go outside the body, from the body, nothing but the excretory system, or by these organs. Which organs are there? First, Protonephridia. Just remember, first organ is Protonephridia, then Hetzschick nephridium, then renal papillae, brown funnel. These 4 organs, basic organ or main organ is Protonephridia, then Hetzschick nephridium, renal papillae and brown funnel. But firstly we are going to concentrate on Protonephridia or Protonephridia, which is main organ of this animal, who is going to take responsibility of excretion inside the body. Yes. So what about Protonephridia? Where it is exactly found, where it is exactly located in the body of Amphioxus? So answer is Protonephridia is occurs, or his place is on the in the pharynx, on the gill slits. Answer is, question is, Protonephridia where are found, isn't it? So we saw the pharynx. I'll show you that diagram where it is occur. Protonephridia here. This is the pharynx portion, isn't it? This is the pharynx portion, and these are the gill slit. we saw in last lecture. This is the pharynx portion, and these are the lining structure, whatever lining structure are there. We saw that these are the gill slits. On these gill slits, Protonephridia are found. On these gill slit, Protonephridia are found. And then by being here, he is doing excretion work from the body, means inside the body of Amphioxus. Now location, we found that here on the pharynx, on the gill slit, in the pharynx and on the gill slits, Protonephridia is occurs. Now Protonephridia is originated by ectodermal, not like that other animals, but in the Amphioxus, Protonephridia originated by ectodermal, and they are in 90 to 100 pairs in numbers. They are 90 to 100 pairs, 90 to 100 or 100 in pairs. They are found there. Where they are found, where they are located, they are located in the pharynx on the gill slit. Just clear that Protonephridia is occurring or found or located in the pharynx on the gill slits. Clear? Now we are going to see second organ has check nephridium, renal, papillae, and brown funnel. Okay, now we'll concentrate or we'll focus firstly on the Protonephridia. The excretory system Amphioxus resemble excretory system invertebrate than the higher chordates, such type excretory system is present flatworm or polychaete or annelids. The excretory organ Protonephridia, some other organ cells also recorded. Just I told you that Protonephridia is the main organ of the excretory system of the Amphioxus. Now Protonephridia are ectodermal in origin. Just I told you there are 90 to 100 pair segmented nephridia situated on the lateral surface of the pharynx. Just I told you it is present in the pharynx. Lateral surface on the pharynx means each nephridium is roughly inverted L-shaped microscopic structure whose vertical limb is parallel to the primary gill bar. The vertical limb lies in the coelomic canal and primary gill bar ends blindly. The upper limb open into the atrium through an aperture of nephridiophore. The nephridiophore lies against the secondary gill bar. From the dorsal and anterior surface of the nephridium, numbers short branches arises from each branch bear opening of many fine tube. Each tubules end into solenocytes or flame cells. There are about 500 solenocytes in a single protonephridium. There are about 500 solenocytes. How many? 500 solenocytes we are getting, each measuring 50 micron in length. Solenocytes की length क्या होती है? 50 micron होती है. Each solenocyte bears a nucleus and long flagellum runs through the tubules. The nephridium are richly supplied the blood vessels. The solenocytes project into the coelomic fluid the nitrogenous waste product and eliminated from the blood and coelomic fluid. The waste product are the pass through the atrium, the nephridiophores, and finally outside through the arteriopores. Okay, no problem. So just I told you that, just remember one thing, Protonephridia is a main organ of excretory system of the Amphioxus. Now where it is exactly located, I told you that in the pharynx on the gill slits. In the pharynx on the gill slits, remember. Now this is the diagram of the Protonephridium, isn't it? So such like of Protonephridium 90 to 100 are present on the gill slits in the pharynx of the Amphioxus. Now there are two types in the Protonephridium as per the body of the Protonephridium. One is this portion Firstly, just observe, this is the L-shaped Protonephridium. L shape is there. You can see like this. This is the L-shaped Protonephridium, isn't it? Now, if it is L-shaped Protonephridium is present, so there are two types. Two types means just morphologically. One is horizontal and one is the vertical. One is horizontal and one is vertical Protonephridium. Means actually this is the body part of the nephridium. One side of the horizontal, one side is the vertical. Just remember this. Now we saw the gills or gill slits, isn't it? We saw the primary gill and secondary gill bar. We saw the primary gill rod and secondary gill rod. We saw the gill structure. Now, how it is present there on the gill slits in the pharynx. This Protonephridium, there is particular space or location or particular sitting there. Protonephridia are present there, but particular in size and particular at whatever location. Just wait, I'm going to tell you that how Protonephridia is present on the gill slits in the pharynx of the Amphioxus. One second. Okay, no problem. See how it is located, the protonephridium on the gill slits in the pharynx. Just we are going to see. Suppose to these are the primary gill bar and these are the secondary gill bar. This is rod, this is rod. How we have to identify primary and secondary gill bar? Whatever gill rod is there, just it is bifurcating, isn't it? This is not bifurcating. So again here will be primary gill bar. Okay, so now suppose to this vertical portion of the protonephridium, suppose to this vertical portion of this protonephridium, it will be present to the here. Okay, like this nephridium position is there in the gills or in the pharynx on the gill slits. All the protonephridium are presenting like just only like this. So first part of the vertical limb part, vertical limb, this is the vertical limb, and this portion of the protonephridium, this is attached or just merge here on the primary gill bar or primary gill bar just only. It will be not present at secondary gill bar. And again here will be start like this to like this. These are the protonephridium position, isn't it? So like this only their position should be there in the diagram when you are going to sketch diagram in the final examination. So this is the vertical portion of the protonephridia. It should be on primary gill bar. Just remember, it should be just on the primary gill bar, and horizontal portion it will be reached to the secondary gill bar. It will be reached to the secondary gill bar only. So like that, this protonephridium, it will be present on the in the gills, on the gill slits and in the pharynx of the Amphioxus. So this is the position, how it is located or how it is present in the gill slits. So like this, these protonephridia are present 90 to 100 presents in the pharyngeal gills, pharynx or in the gill slits. Now this is the portion of the protonephridium and how it is present, how it is located in this gill slits we just saw. And again exactly Protonephridia are present. This is the secondary, this is primary, this is secondary, this is primary, this is secondary, this is primary. Now the vertical location supposed to like this is there, the Protonephridia. These are the solenocytes actually. So this Protonephridia is present here only on the primary gill bar, and it will be located on like this. This is the primary gill bar and this is the secondary gill bar. So now like this, these are the solenocytes. These solenocytes numbers, 500 numbers are present in on one Protonephridia. And how many Protonephridia are present? 90 to 100 Protonephridia are present in the Amphioxus body, and these solenocytes number 500 solenocytes are present. Just I am going to sketch here. I am trying to sketch here solenocytes. These are the solenocytes. Isn't it? And now pharynx, I'm going to sketch pharynx here. This pharynx structure is like this on the body of the, in the body of the Amphioxus. So now this is secondary. These are the solenocytes. I am going to sketch here. So like this. How many solenocytes are present over here on the Nephridia 4? 500 solenocytes are present. 500 solenocytes are present. And how many Protonephridia are present? 90 to 100 Protonephridia are found there. So like this. But over here in the, now we are going to return just on the main diagram. Before that, just understand that how it is located, because how it is located, this is, you have to understood, is very important, because you have to write the answer in the final examination. So according to that, just remember Protonephridia is a main organ of the excretory system. Protonephridia is a main organ of the excretory system, and it is present in the pharynx. And pharynx, in the pharynx, what are the, in the pharynx, gill slits are there. So many gill slits are there. Sorry, volume was just off. So okay, no problem, I will repeat it. Okay, so just I am saying that, I am trying to say that the location of the Protonephridia in the gill slits in the pharynx of the Amphioxus. Is it just understood where Protonephridia is found, where gill slits are found, where pharynx is there? In the pharynx, in the gill slits, the Protonephridia is found there. How it is present, how it is located? So vertical, just wait, this is L-shaped Protonephridia. So this is the vertical portion of the Protonephridia. This is the vertical portion and this is the horizontal horizontal portion or limb. So this is the, like this structure is there now. Yes, so this is the L-shaped protonephridia. This is the horizontal limb and this is the vertical limb. So vertical limb, where is it found? Always vertical limb found on the primary gill slits, and always horizontal limb is over here on the secondary gill bar. Just remember, this is very important. Where primary vertical portion or vertical limb of protonephridia present, it will be present just and just only primary gill bar, and horizontal limb of the protonephridium, it will be secondary gill bar. Okay, so just understood this one. And like this only the protonephridium are present inside the or on the gills, So how many protonephridium are there? 90 to 100 protonephridium found. And how many solenocytes are there? Solenocytes 500. Solenocytes, how many solenocytes are there? 500. And how many protonephridium are present? 90 to 100. And like this solenocytes is there. And what are the solenocytes? These are the solenocytes. Okay, these are the solenocytes. This is the protonephridium, and these are the solenocytes. This is the primary gill bar, This is the, in the primary gill bar, primary rod. So like this is the gill slits, isn't it? Gill slits, this is the portion of the gill slits. Okay, so I think this is, you got it, understood it. And now we are going to see, now we are going back on our main slide or main diagram. There is diagram of just protonephridium, but I am showing over here to people that how exactly protonephridium is present on the gill slits in the pharynx. Now question is there, the excretion is going on, question is excretion, and this is the protonephridium. And now one solenocytes I am going to sketch here. These are the solenocytes. Okay, so, and this is the main basal body. So like this structure is there, and like this is the, I am sketching solenocytes. Whatever I sketch over here, I shown you people that this is the diagram of solenocyte. Solenocytes are present on the protonephridium. So understood till here. So now I am going to back on the main slide. Okay, so once again I repeat whatever we learned today. Just main organ of the excretory system of the Amphioxus, that is the protonephridium. And where the protonephridium occurs, or where the protonephridium is present in the pharynx, in the gill slits, on the gill slits, how in numbers are there? 90 to 100. And how many solenocytes are there? 500. Now we are going to back to the main diagram. Yeah, this is the main diagram just we saw. Okay, so this is the L-shaped. Okay, and these are the minute solenocytes. Okay, so Now you got it. Okay, so this is the vertical portion. Now we are going to see anterior vertical limb. This is the anterior vertical limb. This is the protonephridia pore. Here will be protonephridia pore. One hole is there, whatever on the body of the protonephridium. Then posterior horizontal limb. This is the posterior horizontal limb. I told you people, L shaped is there. If L shaped is there, there are two parts, horizontal and vertical. So like this, labels of this protonephridium, and these are the branches of the solenocytes, just I told you. And again, the main diagram, solenocytes diagram is the cell body of the solenocytes. These are the main body of the cell body of the solenocytes. This is the nucleus inside the solenocytes. This is the basal body. One dot is here will be one dot, and these are the basal body, and by these basal bodies excretion will goes like this. This is the flagellum. This is the intracellular lumen of tubules. Then again, wall side of branch. Here will be lumen side branch of protonephridium. This is the lumen of the protonephridium. This is the flagella. These are the flagella. This is the nucleus. So like this, solenocytes is there and protonephridia is there. Now concern is there how this solenocytes and protonephridia is working. Whatever consent of the gill slits, what is there on the gill slits, which fluid or what is coming there? Blood is coming throughout the body to the gill slits for the whatever purpose, isn't it? For the aeration or for whatever blood, but blood is coming to the gills. Okay, blood is coming to the gills or gill slits, and at there, exactly there, protonephridium is there, protonephridia is there. Whatever ammonia, whatever waste matter, whatever uric acid is coming there through the blood towards the gill slits, and at that portion, on that situation, these protonephridia, excretory protonephridia is present there, and by the protonephridia, from the blood, whatever ammonia is there, whatever uric acid is there, whatever waste material is there, just it will be captured, it will becomes through the basal body or the solenocytes, and it goes towards the atrium. It is goes towards the atrium. And what is the atrium doing? Atrium, just I told you, atrium is supplying whatever liquid is there, water supposed to, or waste matter is there, it will be took waste matter or water, excess water from the gills, and it will be thrown outside the body, nothing but the एट्रियोपोर के माध्यम से वो बाहर जाता है. हमने ये लास्ट लेक्चर में देखा था कि एट्रियम का क्या काम है, एट्रियोपोर का क्या काम है. एट्रियोपोर्स आई विल शो यू वेयर it is exactly located. Atriopore, see over, if we looked clearly, so this is the atriopore, this is the pharynx, these are the gill slits, and on these gill slits there are located the protonephridia, and here will be blood come, and from the bloods protonephridia what will do, whatever waste matter it will be take, and it will goes like this from the atriopore out of the body. Okay, so like this protonephridia will work there on the gill slits. Okay, now clear that. This is the basal body. One second, nucleus is here inside this solenocytes, isn't it? So just you have to see minutely and you have to sketch clearly. So like these solenocytes are there. Now we are going to see in next point. So like this working protonephridia. Now we are going to see ahead. Now second is the renal papillae. Renal papillae are small group of columnar epithelial cells and the floor of the atrium. The excretory function is not well known. Here renal papillae is doing related to excretory function. It is present in the atrium. It is present at the atrium, isn't it? renal papillae is present on the atrium. atrium body कहाँ पे है? atrium body कहाँ पे है? I will show you that again. ये atrium body है, हमने देखा है ये एट्रियोपोर. सपोज टू इफ एट्रियोपोर है तो ये एट्रियम बॉडी है, ये एट्रियम, ये जो है एट्रियम का पोर्शन है, एट्रियम का पार्ट है. तो यहाँ पर जो है ये एट्रियम पर क्या है? renal papillae is present. So renal papillae is present over here. So somewhere renal papillae is doing excretory function is there, but scientifically it is not related to the not particular work is there ahead, but renal papillae is related to the excretory function. Whatever blood is coming there in the atriopore and atriopores in the pharynx on the gill slits is there, but whatever blood is coming towards the renal papillae or whatever waste matter is there, ammonia, so that particular ammonia it will be transferred by the renal papillae. So that's why renal papillae is shown over here. Now second is the brown funnel, this large tube like structure present on the dorsal side of the pharynx at its posterior end. that ये कहना चाहता है कि ब्राउन फनेल ये क्या करता है, ये डॉर्सल साइड में है ऑफ द फेरिंग्स, फेरिंग्स के डॉर्सल साइड में है, मतलब अबव है, फेरिंग्स के अबव है. देयर वाइड पोस्टीरियर एंड ओपन इनटू एट्रियम वेयरएज द नैरो एंटीरियर एंड ओपन इनटू डॉर्सल सिलोमिक कैनाल. द फनेल आर लीड्स columnar cells containing brown pigment in which supposed to the excretory product. brown pigment which is supposed to see. सो ये ब्राउन फनेल कहाँ पर है? डॉर्सल साइड ऑफ द फेरिंग्स. रीनल पापिली कहाँ है? एट्रियम बॉडी में है. और ब्राउन फनेल कहाँ पर है? डॉर्सल साइड ऑफ द फेरिंग्स. तो फेरिंग्स कहाँ पे आया हमारा? फेरिंग्स, ये फेरिंग्स आ गया, तो ये डॉर्सल साइड पे है, जो यहाँ पर ये डॉर्सल साइड आ गई. तो ये डॉर्सल साइड पे क्या है? ब्राउन फनेल है. और ये भी ब्लड से क्या करेगा? वेस्ट मैटर जो है वो एट्रियम थ्रू, एट्रियोपोर थ्रू बाहर करेगा. वेस्ट मैटर विल थ्रोन आउटसाइड द बॉडी. सो लाइक दिस renal papillae and brown funnel is there. सो इस तरह से ये एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन्स है. फर्स्ट है प्रोटोनेफ्रिडियम, दूसरा है हेडस्टिक प्रोटोनेफ्रिडिया. और हेडस्टिक प्रोटोनेफ्रिडिया के बारे में हमने देखा है कि हेडस्टिक इट इज ऑल्सो लार्ज नैरो ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर रिसेंबल नेफ्रिडियम. इट्स सिचुएटेड ऑन द लेफ्ट वेंट्रल साइड ऑफ द नोटोकॉर्ड. इट इज situated on the left ventral side of the notochord in the region of oral hood. Posteriorly it open into the pharynx. Okay, now again headstick nephridium, where it is located we are going to see here in diagram. So headstick pit we shown over here. Just this is the headstick pit, but we want headstick nephridium. So headstick nephridium is present over here above the pharynx and near the notochord. So here will be headstick nephridium, and it will be supposed to connected to the atrium portion, and in the atrium portion in the pharynx there will be nearby blood supply, and through that it will be waste matter will be thrown outside the body by the atriopore. So like this 4 points of the 4 organs of the excretory organs are there. And like this excretory system of the Amphioxus over here, these are the protonephridium. We saw headstick nephridium, renal papillae, brown funnel. These are the solenocytes. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the 4 organs of the Amphioxus. I hope you understood very well, and if some questions are there, just send me in comments box of YouTube channel, so I will solve that all questions. So I will wait for 2 minutes, just send your questions. Okay, if you not understood, but I think so all doubts will be clear over here in this lecture. So I will stop here. If some questions are there, just post on the YouTube channels. Okay, chat box. And some student, if they want to some notification of our lecture, just subscribe the channel. Those are not subscribed till today, just subscribe the YouTube channel, and then only you can get the update of our lecture. So I will stop here. Thank you. Have a nice day.